Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 4 of Roush TV, the official video series of the Roush for Senate campaign. I'm Chris Roush, I'm the host of Roush TV and also the candidate for the state senate out of District 30 in North Dakota. Here is your introduction this week. Going to be a short episode this time around. We're going to hit some highlights for campaign updates and also announce a T-shirt contest that's also going to come back around to our opening music. We're going to start off with just an update on the primary last week. Obviously the primary across North Dakota. I made it through, which means I'm going to be on the ballot for the general election in November, which is incredibly awesome. Also a little bit tense. Because what a lot of people don't know is that candidates, even when they're uncontested, have to get a baseline amount of votes to get on that general election ballot. And what of course happened in this primary election is a lot of people jumped over to vote for the gubernatorial race on the Republican side, which meant they couldn't vote for any Democratic candidates. So the numbers for all Democratic nominees, all the Democrats that were on the ballot were way down this time because of all of the folks that jumped over. I totally understand why they did it too, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a little bit nerve-wracking and saw me curled up at one point during the night in the fetal position, slowly doing my breathing exercises and listening to the Fraggle Rock theme song for a while on repeat because it took me to a happy place. But we made it through, which is the important thing, and no doubt a lot of folks are going to be popping back over in the fall. And one of the things that once you got over that little bit of tenseness, it was a really fascinating thing to watch because what you saw in the primary was, I think, a signal to the establishment supermajority that folks are ready for something different. And you saw that, I think, based on Measure 1, which was based on legislation that was passed into law by that supermajority, just going down in flames, just a huge, huge defeat. And then, of course, Attorney General Wayne Stenehjem losing in the gubernatorial primary to Doug Burgum, who is an outsider candidate. And Mr. Stenehjem was endorsed by the governor. He was endorsed by the party. He was endorsed by basically every Republican elected official that there was, and he lost in a 20-point defeat. So it seems like the people out there are interested and ready for a new approach to governance in North Dakota. And I find that fascinating, and I think it's going to be fascinating to watch. And obviously for me, being out there to talk to people about taking that new approach to the legislature. So that was great. This weekend, I had a great time at the Pride events in Bismarck that were sponsored by Dakota outright. This included the riverboat cruise on Friday and Pride in the Park, of course, a celebration of our LGBT members of the community. I want to give a shout out to Dakota outright. Congratulations for having such a great weekend and such great events. Thank you to everybody who came out. We had a table at Pride in the Park, had a lot of great conversations with folks there. Roush for Senate was one of the top sponsors. We were called a star sponsor for the weekend, and I could not have been more proud to have been part of this event in a small way and to have been there. And so it was really something, and I thank you to Dakota outright and congratulations to them again. The last little piece of news, Y93, the radio station I was on earlier this week, on Monday, had a great sit-down interview with Joey D in the afternoon. It was great. We talked about everything from providing incentives to younger North Dakotans to stick around, and then I had an existential crisis wondering, am I still a young North Dakotan? I'm not sure exactly at what point you age out of that. We talked a lot about the budget issues, and then we talked a little bit about Taylor Swift. So we crossed the gamut there a little bit. We're going to be getting some audio of that coming up, and then we're going to put it up online and make it available to all the fans and all the supporters, and people can check that out. Now finally we get to what is the most exciting, and that of course is merchandise. The Roush for Senate merchandise is in. You can see me shamelessly wearing a Roush for Senate t-shirt right now. These things are in. We also have Roush for Senate koozies, which are totally fun. So these bad boys are going to be available for people to get their hands on. And of course, we aren't running a really huge operation where we can do a lot of sales through the mail and everything like that. But what we're going to start off with is these things are going to be available for purchase or for some giveaways at events that we have coming up. We're going to be giving some stuff away to volunteers. So if that helps you make a decision to come help us door knock and make some phone calls, we're going to be giving some stuff away to those folks. And if people really want to get one as well, and they're not sure if they're going to be coming to an event or anything, why don't you give me a shout out, send me an email, roushforsenate@gmail.com, or contact me on our Facebook page. Of course, again, all this information is at roushforsenate.com, facebook.com/roushforsenate. Contact me and say, hey man, I'd love to get a t-shirt, and I'll work with you to make sure that happens. But we're also going to make them available for some special opportunities, and we got one right now, and that is we're going to be doing a t-shirt contest. And what's happening here is that I am going to be leaving town for a few days. I'm going to Detroit, Michigan. I'm really excited. Part of the reason why I'm going is I'm going to see the reunited Guns N' Roses in concert, which I'm really excited about, hence our opening theme music for the week. And in addition, while I'm down there, I'm going to take in a Tigers game and just kind of take in the city a little bit. But while I'm gone, I wanted to be a little bit active, and so we are going to have a contest. And that's going to be this. From this moment on through the end of the day on Friday, June 24th, if you make a donation to the Roush for Senate campaign of at least $20, we're going to put your name in a drawing. And at the end of the week, after all of the submissions are in, we're going to draw 3 names out of all those folks that made those donations, and those 3 people will get free t-shirts in a size that will fit you. We have all sizes from small to XXL, and you'll also be getting a koozie along with that as well. So what you need to do is you need to make a donation of at least $20, and you can do that by going to our official website, roushforsenate.com. Click the donate. That's going to take you to something called ActBlue, which is a really wonderful program that is used for online donations. So you can donate through ActBlue off of roushforsenate.com, or you can send us a donation by the mail. That information where you can send things to and contact me via mail is also on roushforsenate.com. And those should be postmarked by Friday, the 24th. So as long as it's postmarked by that day, it will count towards this. And then once everything is in, I will do the drawing. I'll have somebody, officially standing there next to me and making sure everything is legit. And we'll get out some free swag to some of you. So, please, please, please get involved in that. We're raising money for yard signs and for lit and getting ready for the big push coming up here. So please be a part of this. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode number 4. Episode number 5 is going to be coming up in about a week and a half or so once I'm back in town, and we're going to get back into some issues for episode number 5. So for now, thanks so much. Get involved, get into the contest, win some free Roush for Senate swag, and we'll talk to you soon.